Happy New Year! It's been a while. I'm coming to y'all today to wish you a Happy New Year and to share with you guys that the first of this year I'm doing a little bit of self-care, and I hope that encourages some of y'all to think about doing that as well. Our garden is pretty much froze and done from that little cool snap that we had in December. But today I've decided I'm going to hit the road and go to a really neat local hardware store called Mott's. I've been eyeballing since we've moved here 2 years ago their crock pot for making sauerkraut. And that's my mission today. I'm going to drop something in the mail in our little town here to our son. He just had a birthday in December 30th. And I am going to buy the crock pot, and I'm heading to the grocery store to buy some cabbage. So today is sauerkraut day. Y'all come along with me. Bye. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, girls. Let's go, girls. Come on, cupcake. All right. Okay, girls. Mama's got to go bye-bye. I'm going to go feed the chickens and Hollyberry. And then I'm going to go to the store, and I'll be right back. Y'all take a good nap for Mama. Okay? Yes, they understand every word I said. Love y'all. So I'm also focusing on roses this year. This is a Angela Anderson rose pattern that I got from her. She is on YouTube. And I've been painting this rose over and over in different ways. I first started with color pencil and practiced a little bit with that. And now I've moved on to acrylic and oils. And I had some really pretty little gifty things made for your ice box. I've even had a coffee cup made on my Zazzle account. I opened up a Zazzle account a year or so ago, but I haven't really taken it very seriously. But I did have some things I designed myself, and I have a store there. If you want to go to my Zazzle store, I'll leave a link in the description box, and you can go check it out. So that is something else I'm doing. And I guess this is just going to be a vlog today. I'm going to take y'all to our new bathroom that I started sharing with you guys, and I never got back to it, but it is finished, and it came out really nice. This rose is not finished, but I'm going to show y'all my plans for it. Okay, be right back. And here she is, the new addition bathroom. It's actually on the outside of the cabin, which we may eventually take it in. Back that up a little bit. Okay. The door was built by Mike, and everything we used from the farmhouse, the 100-year-old farmhouse that I've been sharing with you guys, including this fabulous doorknob, and the floors, the walls, everything. A lot of my accessories, my mirrors and stuff came from Hobby Lobby, and I got those 50% off last year. And we just absolutely love this little bathroom. We did end up, look at this fabulous beam, putting a AC unit. I'll show y'all that in a minute as well. But I need to come back on and just do a whole bathroom video by itself. This is what I call a gallery wall. I fell in love with this print. It was at Hobby Lobby. I got it half off. And it's right here by the toilet. Continues up here. Lighting we got, I think, at Home Depot. I converted a kitchen light to a bathroom light because I liked the industrial look of it. This was a vanity light that came from Home Depot. There's the rose, the first time I did it with pencil, just to kind of get a little practice run. But anyway, you can see where I have the white canvases. I've got 3 spots in between these pictures. So I have 2 more roses to paint to go in those spots. And I'm going to do a different color on the next 2. So that's what it's going to look like once I get my roses finished. And then check this out. I think my towels look amazing. They look like roses. I picked rose colors. And the shower is also fabulous. It's the curtain. Of course, it's a big old rose. I have some fabulous green curtains that are supposed to go here. But we did get this handicap accessible for my dad. And we are afraid that it's going to be too much fabric in his way. So I'm going to have the fabric cut into valances. It's a beautiful green, like velvet fabric, and thinking valances on these 3 little windows here. But anyway, this is the shower. And again, everything came from, most everything, like all the construction stuff came from the farmhouse. Like this was on the roof at the farmhouse. We put a seal on it and it changed it to this color, which we liked. So, all right, let's go and get a crock pot and some cabbage. The greenhouse is next on our list. And I want to introduce y'all to the new addition to the farm. I'm going to take y'all in the chicken run. Be right back. Well, greetings, guys. How's everybody? We got some beautiful ringneck doves again. You can see there's the white one to the right. There's a little brown one in the middle there, and then another white one at the top. And I think they might be all males. I know 2 of them for sure. I'll take y'all in. And I got another tiny little cuties. I'll show you when I get in there. Look at these little bitty eggs. And they belong to these 3. Little button quail. The 2 colored ones are females, and the little white one is so cute. He's a little male. And excuse me. I love his song. He makes the cutest little noise. So yeah, I bought them when we went to Canton with hopes to blend them in with the Quarternix, and I have had several people tell me I could. I'm still a little bit nervous about it though, because I don't want them to hurt. There's just different size, bigger in size than these. And so I'm kind of, they're happy in this little spot here. So this may just stay that way, you know. The quail are doing amazing. They did great in the cold snap. I had a bunch of hay in here. It's still in here, but it's kind of beat down. They loved the hay. They loved to burrow in it. Here's 2 of my little doves. Love them very much. So happy to have them again. It was missing, and I still want a canary. I didn't focus on that trip, but hopefully we can add a canary. I kind of also have been waiting to see how sealed off this area was from predators, and I feel very confident now that I believe a canary would do fine in here. So yeah, that might come next. So I'm getting ready to go to the post office. And somebody's getting a surprise, a real treat today. This is probably about a 5-year-old blueberry candle. And I'm going to surprise Drake and his roommates. I'm going to put it in the mail for a belated birthday gift. So, yeah. Y'all come with me. Oh, and this is funny. This one's Grandpa's pipe. I think they're going to get a kick out of getting this one. It kind of smells like cedar and tobacco maybe. But yeah, I was excited to kind of dig in my stash today. I don't see this happening again in the future, but lots of plans this year with art, with nature, and flowers. So stay tuned, because I'm excited to see what comes too. Bye, bud. Be a good boy. Good boy. Y'all, I really hope this works. I think I figured something out to give y'all a full screen. I've tried every time I use my phone. I know other people make videos with their phone. I turn it sideways. But anyway, I'm actually videoing from the app instead of on my phone video cam, Viva Video. So we're headed to Mott's. I will see y'all there. It's a really cute little store. Actually, I'm gonna go to the post office first. Anyway, hang tight. Alright guys, we're showing up at Mott's. They're known selection and collection of them. They're wonderful knives. We have a kitchen set that Drake surprised Tony and I with last year. Anyway, I love hardware stores. Let's go in and get that crock. Guess what? I don't think they have it. I'm super sad, but it's one of these. But a big old crock. Boo-hoo. Okay, y'all, I didn't want to order anything online because they're about $130 online, and I didn't want to spend that much right now. I have fermented food in these 2-gallon apothecary jars before. There's lots of videos on YouTube about it, and I will show y'all how I do it. I found this yesterday for like $15, $16 at Walmart. And I got a new food processor. I had the one that I was using for almost 30 years. I got at our wedding shower. And I finally broke down and kind of researched for 2 months on Amazon. And this is the one I picked, and I really like it so far. And for my coleslaw, my preference today is a slice method. So I used the slicer attachment, and I tried different attachments to see what I like best. This was a little too shredded, but I like the slices. So y'all hang tight. I'm fixing to do 4 heads of cabbage. I bought 6. I may end up doing all of them. I don't know yet. Going in the big bowl. That was 8 large carrots. Okay, so for my cabbage, I want it to be shredded, and so I had to flip this over because it did better with this slicer instead of the shredder part, okay? So I basically just flipped it over, and it made it more shredded. You can use kitchen knives and shred your own. Use what you have, if you have a mandolin or what have you, but since I have this, it's what I'm using today. Okay, I'm very happy with the slices. I like this texture for this batch. I will be mixing these together. I did put salt on this already. I guess I can go ahead and talk about salt for a second. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. You can use sea salt, kosher salt. You just don't want to use iodized salt. I don't really remember the reason why. I think maybe because it makes it cloudy. Might be other reasons in addition to that, but I'm choosing pink Himalayan because it's better. From what I understand, it has all the minerals we need, and I just think it'll make it an even healthier probiotic fermentation. So I'm going to keep shredding cabbage, and I will come back and show y'all how to do the salt and the brine. Okay, so you want to do a tablespoon per head of cabbage. This is 2 heads of cabbage. I did a heaping. I'm going to spread it on here. 2 tablespoons of the pink Himalayan salt. And then you're going to massage it into this cabbage. And what it's going to do is it's going to reduce all the liquid from the cabbage. I don't know if that's the right word, reduce, but it's going to pull the liquid out. And it'll create a brine in the bottom of this. And I will probably make even extra brine. You'll use... well, I'll come back with that in a second, and I'll show you how to do that part. But anyway, I still have 2 heads of cabbage right here, and I also have 2 heads of cabbage in my walk-in cooler. For that 2-gallon jar over there, it may take all 4 of these, because once this starts pulling the liquid from the cabbage, it kind of does reduce the cabbage. It shrinks the cabbage down a little bit. And I found it interesting. Who knew how much a head of cabbage weighed? I didn't. But because I used self-check at Wally Mart's yesterday, 2 heads of cabbage was 5 pounds. So we're looking at 10 pounds of cabbage in that 2-gallon jar. I think it can actually hold 15. So what I'm going to do is just let this kind of marinate for a little bit, add the carrots to this as well. Fill the jar up, and if I see that it has empty space, then I'm going to shred some more cabbage and continue the same process, okay? I'll be back with the brine. Okay, guys, I'm going to add some spices. I have some Azure Standard pickling spice to mine, but I'm going to first put it into my coffee grinder and make it into a powder. That way I can just put it straight into the the cabbage, and those chunks are going to be in there. You don't have to season your cosalt. You can just leave it as is, what I just showed y'all. It's up to your liking. I want mine to be a little bit sweet and spicy. So I did add a little bit of, about a tablespoon. It's getting there. I'm going to keep going. About a tablespoon of organic cane sugar, also I believe from As Your Standard. And I'm going to add a little bit of this mustard powder. I did this with this batch right here, and this is actually not sauerkraut. I didn't let it ferment. It's just basically cabbage in a brine and seasonings, and then I canned it. 6/11/2022. So, but that mustard, you know, like right now at this point, take a bite of this. It's so freaking delicious, and with this added into it, I just really liked it. I like the flavor. So I'm gonna keep going, and I'll come back at you. Now, this is an experiment. This is kind of how I roll. This smells amazing. It is rather strong, so I may not use this whole tablespoon. I'm just going to add, you know, maybe half of it, and then I'm going to add my mustard in there, and I'm going to give it another massage. You want to do this massage for about 30 minutes. Let it sit, massage, let it sit, massage, and then you're going to end up, you know, with some liquid at the bottom. But we will be making some additional brine to go with it. I'll be right back. Okay, and now I'm going to add about a half a tablespoon of some red pepper flakes to add some more spice. And it has, I did 2 tablespoons of the mustard powder from As Your Standard, and I did only use half of the pickling spice that I grinded up in the coffee mill. Now I'm going to mix all this together, and we're going to let this sit again, like I said, 30 minutes and let all these flavors get in there. We'll be adding it to our jar over there, and then I will show y'all how to put it together for the fermenting process, okay? Okay, so it filled up half the jar, so I'm definitely going to shred those 2 cabbages. I'm not going to add more carrot. I may add a few more carrots so the colors will all match all the way through. And you also want to save some cabbage leaves. I'm going to pull some more leaves off of those so that we can make the seal with those leaves, okay? And I will show y'all that process too for the fermenting. Okay, so I did the other 2 and it filled up perfect. I think this is a good place because once it starts fermenting, it's going to, you know, grow in size, and it could overflow if you filled it up too high. So now I'm going to make some additional brine, and I'm basically just going to do a tablespoon of the pink Himalayan salt in this jar here. And then I'm going to add, we have well water, so it's good to go. I'm going to make it a little warm because it'll dissolve a little bit of that salt. And then we're going to pour this over the cabbage. Okay, now you want to kind of just pound it down. This is a strainer tool that it's an antique. I found it at an antique store. It'd be better to have something flat, and I think it's probably good to use something wooden rather than metal. Just try to push that cabbage down and get that liquid to come onto the top, covering the cabbage. I'll be back in a minute once I get this process done and show y'all how to seal it off. Okay, by fermenting, it's going to also keep the crunch going. I did add a few bay leaves though to help with the crunch and to add some more flavor. Now I'm going to take my cabbage leaves and I'm going to seal and cover the top. If this is not enough to cover, I'm going to go back in my walk-in cooler. I've got 2 more heads of cabbage out there. I will go pull some more leaves, but I'm going to seal this up, and then I'm going to show you what to do next. Okay, so I happen to have a bowl that fit in here to add weight to press those cabbage leaves down. I love the way this is looking because all of my shredded cabbage is submerged. And I added some more weight to that. And I bought these last year at Mott's. And I'm going to put that on top because I'm going to put this in our garage. It's going to be in there for 2 weeks. And I will check on it daily, you know, just to make sure everything's good. Fermenting good, no overflow, no, you know, bugs around. This should help keep the bugs out. you're going to leave it fermenting for 2 weeks or to your liking. So you want to taste it each time. And, you know, you may run into a little bit of yeast that comes on the top, kind of foams on the top. You can just kind of discard that. Don't worry. If a ferment were to go bad, it would have a horrible odor. You should have a really lovely smell. So that's the way you can tell, you know, if things are going good each time you check on it. It's really pretty simple, y'all. There's nothing to this. And this is a preservation. So it will, you know, you don't have to can it. You don't have to freeze dry it. You don't have to do any other preservation to it, because the salt helps to keep the bacteria out, and it creates the lactobacillus probiotic in there for the gut. There's just a whole lot of goodness in here. And it's just another way to preserve food like they did in the olden days. Now, if I didn't want to ferment it, and at this stage that we're at right here, I would have went ahead and jarred it up and canned it, and that would have preserved my cabbage, you know, to use down the road, like that other one I showed y'all. You can make coleslaw with it, whatever you want to do with it, soups. But because we're fermenting it, we're going to get a preservation out of it, okay? I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I am about to clean up this kitchen and do some house duties, and I hope y'all have a wonderful new year with self-care, and just try to, you know, to look at the positive in the world, and God is still with us. He shows us every single day. We step outside and we look at the sky and the trees and the flowers and the grass. He's with us, guys. So just keep believing, keep your faith, and stay in the Word. Have faith, shine your light, and share the blessings. Love y'all. Shanna and Tony. Hang on. Where are you going?
The burn barrel.
Oh, I don't even see it. I got a tree. I'm videoing right now for, yeah, my story. I know, isn't it pretty? I love. What y'all doing? Tony's getting ready for a big shrimp boil, shrimp fry for New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Hey.
See this, I'll always look out for you. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
So spicy, I can't eat it. Just saying. Is it good? Yummy. C'est bon. Y'all say hi. Hi. Mom and I are painting, having a ball. Painting roses by the creeky. Happy New Year's Eve. What's got in there? Is he? What? All peeled by Pawpaw.